This is why it's so hard to record when I'm not in my studio. I'm trying to get out and record more often, and this thing right here, this thing feels that if I'm outside the work studio, it's time to play. You're interrupting my show. Mwah. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Dav's Daily, and today I want to start off with a quote that I personally think is really good, and it's by Mark Twain, very famous writer in history. And the quote goes like this: "Without dreams and goals, there's no living, only merely existing. And that is not why we are here." Now, for a lot of us, we set out goals in our life. We set goals in our day or our week or our month. And a lot of times those goals just kind of go by the wayside. A lot of times the reason those goals go by the wayside is they're not measurable, or they are not something that is achievable. For example, if you want to lose weight, like myself, after this last year of the pandemic, and you want to lose weight, and you say, this year I'm going to lose weight. That's great. You might lose some weight, but at the end of the year, you might not be happy with where you're at, or heck, you might gain weight. Well, quite frankly, it's because there's not really much of a goal there. Sure, you want to lose weight, but how much weight? What's your plan to achieve that? Goals only work if you've got some sort of plan and staged thing. At the beginning of this year, I wrote a series of goals on a whiteboard right here. And one of them was to lose weight. My goal this year was to lose 100 pounds. That is measurable. I can see it on the scale. I can see it in the overall look of myself. That is measurable. I can see each and every day, not really daily would you want to get on the scales, but I can see it weekly. I can see it monthly. It is now we are now into, June now? And I'm down over 20 pounds. Now, that's halfway through the year, and I've only done 20 pounds of the 100-pound goal. Well, I know why. There were definitely some times, especially early on in the year, where things still weren't going great for me. But there's still 6 months to go. Will I hit the 100-pound goal? No. Probably not at this rate right here, unless I were to do something very unhealthy, which I don't plan on doing. But at least I can still stay measurable, and I still have that thing that I'm looking at, and it's something I can hold myself accountable. It's something that I can measure and see how we're measuring up to that particular thing, and I can create things for myself to do in order to work towards that goal, such as, like we talked about, get up. Go to the gym every single day when your body is fully recovered. Another goal that a lot of people have is money and finance. Well, saying I want to save money, it's not measurable. It's not something that you can necessarily finite see. I mean, maybe over a course of a year you save $5. Okay, that's saving money, but was that really the goal that you want? You want to make it measurable. You want to make yourself accountable to it. One of my goals this year was to save money. So I put together what I wanted to save. I said a daily goal of I want to save $5 per day. And for some folks, that would be very challenging. Why? Because you don't get paid every single day for most of us. You might only get paid once a week, or once every other week, or once a month. But what you can do is then you can take that $5 a day and you divide it up amongst the days between your paychecks. So for me, I get paid every single week. So on Friday, I take $5 times 7 days in a week, $35, slam it right over into the savings account. Now, that's not the only savings that I do. There's obviously my retirement plan and 401k, stock market, stuff like that automatically comes out before I even see it. This is on top of those future, planning items and finance, such as retirement. So this is something that I'm doing extra on top of already being responsible. And sure, $5 a day, it's not a whole lot. But if you take that $5 and you multiply it by 365 days, it's a decent amount of money. But why? Well, if you don't set that goal for yourself, if you don't set that accountability, if you don't set that measurable goal, you're just not going to do it. $5 is easy enough to spend at McDonald's on, value meal. Actually, they're more expensive than that. Or going by the gas station and getting a Red Bull and beef jerky. It's very simple to spend that $5. But in a year from now, a couple $1,000s from saving, 2 years from now, more money. Maybe you get to go on that vacation you wanted to go on. That's where that money can go to. Maybe for me, I can finally redo the deck outside in my backyard and pull the old deck down and put a new one up. That's the idea, is having goals that are measurable and things that you can do. Because if we don't have goals that we're trying to achieve, and more so, we don't have the measurement in there to know that we are going towards our goal and we are achieving our goals, we're just existing. And quite frankly, existing isn't really fun, and existing is kind of actually depressing. But if you've got something you're working towards, and you've got something that you're working on, and you can measure it, and you can see yourself checking those marks and checking those boxes off, it makes you feel a little bit better. I know for me over the pandemic, and laying on my couch all the time and not getting up out of bed, the depression takes a toll on you. But once you start setting the goals, and I'm not talking big lofty ones, start small. Every day, do the dishes. Every day, dust something. Every day, eat something healthy for breakfast. Change it a little bit. But when you create your goals, don't make them abstract. Don't make them never-ending. Put a measurable statistic on it so you can track your progress and make sure you're staying on track. Don't just exist out there. Actually do something and make sure it's measurable so you can feel good about what you're doing. So in the comments section below, as always, the homework, if you will, for this Davs Daily, tell me what your goal is and tell me how you're going to measure it. Maybe it's weight loss. Maybe it's money. Maybe it's just something around the house. Maybe it's something small like eating healthy for breakfast. But tell me what your goal is and how you're going to measure it. Take care of yourselves and each other. I'll see you next time on Davs Daily.